Inside the palace, young Nelia listened as her father gave her advice. He urged her to be a good person. However, Nelia had aspirations of becoming very strong. She remembered the words of Madheart, who said that the Senryu nation should rule the world. Later, Nelia's father introduced her to a new teacher. The teacher's name was Yulin Gandasblood, a commander of the Crimson Lord. Yulin greeted Nelia, but Nelia ignored her. While sitting together, Yulin told Nelia not to ignore her or anyone else she met. She believed that no one would help Nelia if she behaved that way. In her room, Carla felt regretful. She feared that Heavenly Paradise would go to war. She had not expected that Kamari had slaughtered thousands. Previously, she had thought of Kamari as someone who loved peace. A young girl beside her spoke up, saying she believed Kamari was stronger than Carla because Kamari possessed the core implosion. Carla was upset by the girl's words. She then shared her plan with the girl. She had a way to keep Heavenly Paradise out of the upcoming war. However, she intended to ignore Mole Knight if they asked for help. No matter what, she had to avoid the war. The girl's name was Koharu. Koharu believed they should defeat Jera Aruka, thinking Jera Aruka had kidnapped the missing people of Heavenly Paradise. Inside the presidential palace of the Jera Aruka Republic, several people sat around a table. A man at the head of the table handed a newspaper to those in front of him. The newspaper reported news of an alliance between Heavenly Paradise and the Mole Knight Empire intending to destroy Yumis Orakin. The man asked for their opinions. The people in front of him were his troops. Meanwhile, the man was the president of Jera Aruka. Nelia then spoke to the president. She wished to redeem herself by asking for a second chance. Suddenly, a green-haired man spoke to Nelia, mocking her for failing her previous mission and almost destroying Yumis Orakin. Nelia, angered, remembered when she first joined the Senryu. People had mocked her for joining the Senryu. At that time, the president had stripped Nelia's royal family status and imprisoned her father. Nelia was alone with Gertrude in the room. Suddenly, a green-haired man approached and put his arm around Nelia's shoulder. Nelia moved away from him, making the man laugh. He told Nelia to stop her plans and live with him. Nelia rejected him angrily. She didn't want to follow people who enjoyed corruption like him. She planned to revolutionize Aruka and defeat Madheart. She also intended to become the next president. The man laughed again upon hearing Nelia's words. Then he left Nelia and Gertrude. Nelia looked at him, feeling upset. Concerned, Gertrude approached her. Nelia told Gertrude not to worry about her. Kamari was sleeping on her bed. Vilhaze tried to wake her up, informing her about an upcoming strategy meeting. Kamari didn't want to get up, but Vilhaze told her that the meeting members were already gathered. Confused, Kamari got up. She looked around and saw members of the Crimson Lord and Carla in front of her. Vilhaze had actually brought Kamari's bed into the meeting room. Florida scolded Kamari for sleeping on the meeting table. Empress Karen appeared beside Kamari and told her to sit at the table. Kamari thought Vilhaze had brought her into the Mole Knight Palace. But it turned out Vilhaze had taken Kamari to a building in the Fortress City, 4. Kamari asked about the purpose of the meeting. Vilhaze explained the purpose to her. All the attending members intended to discuss the decree sent by Jera Aruka. The decree notified Kamari. She had angered the president of Jera Aruka. So, Jera Aruka declared war on the Mole Heaven Alliance. Kamari was shocked because she was the reason for the war. Vilhaze informed Kamari about why she became the cause of the war and the leader of the alliance. It was all because of a photo of Kamari that had been published in the newspaper. Kamari didn't want to lead an alliance tasked with killing people. She wanted to go to the swimming pool today. The members were surprised to hear Kamari's words. Flota became angry and emitted a murderous aura. Kamari made an excuse, trying to convince everyone. Empress Karen was impressed by Kamari's enthusiasm to fight the enemy. She then explained the information gathered by the exploration team. Other members of the Crimson Lord thought that parts of the Mole Knight and Heavenly Paradise territories could easily be taken if 4 was captured. She outlined the strategy to everyone and then asked Carla to speak. Carla discussed a place called Yumis Orakin in Jera Aruka. Ninjas from her country investigated and found evidence of illegal holy artifacts there. She suggested presenting this evidence to the 6 other countries. Heldius believed they should take the enemy seriously because they possessed holy artifacts. However, Carla thought the enemy wouldn't use those artifacts. She instructed all the Crimson Lord commanders to split the team into an attacking and a defending unit. Empress Karen asked to exclude Petros. Vilhais informed Komari about Petros, who was confused. Suddenly, an attack was launched from behind Komari. Two women observed the building where the Mole Heaven Alliance was meeting. They also saw Jera Aruka forces attacking the structure. Melka was delighted to see the Jera Aruka forces surrounding the place. She couldn't imagine Mole Heaven's plan. Komari, Vilhais, and Sakuna fell after the attack. Flote blocked the assault with her sword. Heldius used magic to create a shield. The other members also managed to fend off the attack. Then Empress Karen listened to President Madhart's words. Madhart intended to seize the Mole Knight Empire, but he would withdraw his troops if Empress Karen disclosed the location of the Mole Knight Empire's dark core to him. He believed that Mole Heaven wouldn't stand a chance against Jera Aruka, which was aligning with 4 other countries. Empress Karen then declined Madhart's request. She thought Madhart was in the presidential palace. She contacted Petros and asked him about the bomb. Previously, a bomb targeted the presidential palace and managed to bypass its protective shield. Empress Karen was thrilled upon learning that the Jera Aruka palace had been bombed. A man and a woman observed the explosion from afar. They didn't expect Petros Calamaria to cause that explosion. Subsequently, Jera Aruka forces attacked 4. Everyone scattered upon seeing the onslaught. Komari and Vilhais ran to find the 7th unit members. Suddenly, an attack came from in front of them. Flote used her sword to deflect the strike. She told Komari to leave immediately. Then, a young girl fired a bullet towards Flote. Flote used her sword to destroy the bullet. The girl shot from the sky alongside other soldiers. The girl's name was Prohalia Butcherski. She was one of the 6 pillars of the Hakugoku Federation. She ordered her troops to advance and attack. An attack came and destroyed the building where Melka and her friends were. Melka's friend got scared and wanted to leave. Melka hit her friend and then scolded her. Several giraffes ran while twisting their necks. These giraffes were soldiers of the Lapelico Kingdom's 2nd unit, led by Nexon Mklongo. Komari was surprised to see the soldiers running toward her. Helder stepped forward and tried to charge at the troops. He failed as the rapidly spinning giraffe neck suddenly hit him. Then, Komari pressed a button given by Vilhais. Suddenly, a bomb appeared and destroyed all the giraffe troops. It turned out Vilhais had set a trap there. Komari was upset because her troops were also caught in the explosion. Sakuna, Delphine, and Carla approached Komari. Vilhais suggested that they prepare themselves. The green-haired man ordered his troops to attack Komari. Sakuna told everyone to attack the troops. Delphine and Sakuna used magic to attack the troops. Koharu used her knife to strike the troops. The green-haired man defeated the members of the 7th unit who approached him. He ran towards Komari, but suddenly a bomb dropped towards him. Carla approached Komari, who avoided the explosion. Then a wind blew and Nilia appeared in front of Komari. Nilia moved Komari, Vilhais, and Carla into the middle of the forest. Komari was wary of Nilia bringing her into the forest. Nilia approached and explained why she moved Komari. She asked Komari to listen to her story. She said that Komari resembled her teacher, who was Komari's mother. She showed a pendant necklace with images of Komari's mother and herself. Then she recounted when she first met Komari. Komari and Nilia met 5 years ago. They met at the peace festival between the Mole Knight Empire and the Aruka Kingdom. They grabbed some food and then sat together. They talked about Komari's mother. Nilia thought Komari wanted to be like her mother, but she believed Komari couldn't rule the world if she didn't like war. Komari thought she could rule the world without war. Komari thought Nilia didn't like her. But it turned out Nilia liked Komari and wanted to be friends with her. They were about to shake hands when suddenly Madhart came and pulled Nilia's hand away. Nilia was angry with Madhart. Madhart told Nilia to stay away from Komari, who was a vampire. Suddenly, Komari interrupted Madhart. She asked Madhart to be friends. Madhart refused and gave reasons. Komari denied Madhart's words. Then she asked Madhart to be friends with her. She also offered him her pudding. Nilia smiled upon hearing Komari's words. Kamari recalled Nilia's story. After that party, Nilia couldn't meet Kamari's mother due to the coup that occurred in the Aruka kingdom. This coup also made Madhart the president. Madhart and those who carried out the coup arrested the dissenters and started a war. Nilia explained her plan to Kamari. She wanted to expose Madhart's crimes and change Aruka. She aspired to become the president. Therefore, she intended to ask for Kamari's help. She invited Kamari to rule the world with her. Vilhais cautioned Kamari not to trust Nilia's words. Kamari tried to trust Nilia because Nilia was her mother's student. She told Vilhais to listen to her. Kamari raised her hand to shake hands, but Nilia rushed towards Kamari instead. She kissed Kamari's cheek. Vilhais got angry, while Kamari was shocked. Nilia said that the kiss was Aruka's greeting. Kamari believed, but Gertrude denied Nilia's words. Vilhais told Nilia to stay away from Kamari. Then she hugged Kamari, causing her pain. She wanted to kiss Kamari's cheek, but Kamari stopped her. Nilia laughed seeing Kamari's funny reaction. Then she asked Kamari to form an Aruka-Molnite alliance and destroy Jera Aruka. Carla heard Kamari's shout and woke up. She was confused and couldn't remember what had happened. The green-haired man realized that Nilia had betrayed him. The man's name was Rainsworth. A soldier suggested to Rainsworth to attack For. But Rainsworth instructed all his troops to find Kamari first. He intended to make Nilia surrender to her fate. He wanted Nilia to be his.